Hey everyone, it's Anahata again. How are you? I'm here at the beautiful Venice Beach in Southwest Florida, here to talk with you again about the topic that is literally my life's work and will always be. And I'm learning so much about it over the years. It all started over a decade ago when I had this realization that we are all one, not just on a spiritual level, but literally all from the same source photon, experiencing different aspects of self through our vehicles, which are our body and our consciousness. But that indeed we are not a drop of water in the ocean, but the entire ocean in a drop. And of course, it was those kind of thoughts that led me to unity consciousness and the field of things and how things are connected and what that means for each of us living in this simulation. Now, why do I call it a simulation? Because there are certain rules, there are certain coded rules. We have gravity, we have time, and we've got, all sorts of physics that are the rules of our reality. But then as a creator, you have free will. You get to go do and build and experience anything you want within the game of life. And the purpose of life is to find meaning, right? To build meaning, to know thyself, but in a way where you're not veiled. Where you're veiled, where you don't know it all. You got to figure it out on your own, right? It's an adventure life, and so it's been an adventure on discovering and deciphering and coming into remembrance with what I call cheat codes. Listening to the language of the universe, understanding what sacred geometry is, what sound is, what colors are, and the beautiful, endless potential we have through the conscious medium of water, specifically. And if you think about it, inside your body, which is your avatar, which is your interface, which is how you move in space and time in this dimension, is 95 or more % water molecularly. And so if we're not addressing the water of our body, we are literally working with a very small %. And that's why I just laugh at the whole modern science, physics, and anatomy, where we're looking at the bones and the systems that are solid. When we dissect things, we're looking at the 0.1% that is matter, and we're ignoring the vital aspect that is life, that is prana, that is water. And so I've decoded some pretty important things that need to be mainstream, but that are still really repressed and suppressed, and that's fine. But people who are really looking to return their body to wholeness, I had a vision a decade ago about a machine that would sing songs of wholeness to your cells, because everything has a specific resonance, and the vitality within you is a certain pattern for each thing. Like an ideal liver would resonate at a specific frequency, the ideal eyeball, the ideal, zoom in and out of any cell, mitochondria, telomeres, they each have a resonance in the symphony of you. And so it makes sense that if something is offline, it has simply lost the tune. It's not singing in resonance with its wholeness. And you can look at cymatics. That is the way to see sound. C-Y-M-A-T-I-C-S. Cymatics. And you can see various frequencies and what the shape is for each frequency. Now it's all sacred geometry, and sacred geometry is like in conjunction with the sound wave and your consciousness, really the cheat codes of the universe. It's how matter is formed already. We just don't know it. So the point being is, in my vision, I knew that there was a way to sing songs of wholeness, to get you back online if you're off, if something is ailing you, if you are experiencing any dis-ease. It's merely disconnection from the blueprint that is optimal health. So that's good news, because you can fix that. And it can be so holistic and natural that you can deliver it through water. Now, I have to frame this as sci-fi, but I'm calling it con-sci-fi, or conscious science fiction. And it's rooted in actual physics, and those who implement the things that I share with them, any spontaneous healing response, and there are countless examples and testimonials for this in my over decade of work, are random. I can't claim anything, right? I don't know why you're getting well. I don't know why people can get off their meds by infusing specific frequencies, patterns, and thought intentions into water and drinking it. Well, I do know why, but you know what I'm saying. It can't be this whole I promise anything, and it can't be any medical claim, and I could never ever tell you to get off any prescription meds, right? Again, I make no medical claims. But the side effect that people also feel when they start drinking this living water, when they start supporting themselves through encoding divine perfection into water, is just a sense of unification, of joy, of clarity, increased energy. You know, when you reconnect, you start having a reason for being. And that vitality gives you creative sparks, and you really get into your genius zone. And again, connection is vitality. And if you are disconnected through the food you eat, the drugs you take, the perspectives you have of limitation, you're not getting the whole picture. And it's in that disconnection that all disease and suffering occurs. And that is why the root word of healing is a return to the memory of wholeness. You get back online with divine. And disconnection is the reason you aren't whole, and that's the reason why anything goes quote unquote wrong with your health. Even telomeres, when the cells divide, aging is the inability to relay the entire story of the map of perfection that each cell is in replication. Something gets lost in translation, literally. So what if you can get that back? Because what's surrounding telomeres? Water. What's surrounding every cell and is you? Water. And what does water do? Hold memory and information. And so you can quickly see water is the future of health and longevity. We've been ignoring it for so long. It's been poisoned by our governments, introducing harmful neurotoxins into the water systems designed to keep us offline, to keep us sick, to keep us separate from our spiritual right and remembering who we are actually and what we can do and the power we have in this lifetime to be the sole author of our life and to unlock those cheat codes to keep us vibrant into the 200, 300 year range. That was taken away as well in the dumbing down and the disconnection of many organizations over time, but designed to control. And that's fine, but we're entering a new age now. And it sort of isn't fine, right? It's not okay. But it's going to be okay, because now we've got leaders in place that are really not going to allow the censorship of actual progress and actual modalities that actually work, not covering symptoms but addressing the root and going back to wholeness. So I hope you'll join me, guys. I have a donation-based masterclass happening tomorrow, and I'd love for you to check it out. It's called Cellular Conversations. It's part of my Wave Masterclass series, and I'm going to teach you everything I know about how to communicate with your cells for the purpose of reconnectivity, of vitality, and yes, I'm going to say it, for absolute healing, because healing is, in this context, a return to the memory of wholeness, and it's time to get our memories back, and we do that through sacred water, intention, and the photons of your heart. All right, guys, I'll put the link in the description of this video. Come join us. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.